Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing well. So I'm here with my weekly makeup bag. How I've been doing these videos is kind of showing every 2 weeks the makeup I'm going to be wearing for the next 2 weeks. So technically I've been doing like bi-weekly makeup bags. But I've been thinking about it, and this is going to be my last weekly makeup, bi-weekly makeup bag. And starting in April, I'm going to start doing monthly makeup bags. And I think it just makes more sense for me. My makeup collection isn't the largest, and I feel like these videos are very repetitive just because I'm using a lot of the same stuff again and again, especially with doing the different project pans and other different projects. A lot of the makeup products that I'm using are the same. So what I thought I would do is just do monthly makeup bags. I'll pick out like an eyeshadow palette and maybe have a little more variety in my makeup bags and pick out a few more items. I'm thinking having more options for like blush, lip color, like eyeliners, that sort of type of thing. Might make a little more sense for me, and then these videos won't be so repetitive. So this is the makeup that I'm going to be wearing for the rest of the month. There's about a week and a half left in March, and then starting in April I'll have my monthly makeup bags. So I'll get started with what I'm using for the next week and a half. So I always try to go in order of how I apply on my face. So starting off with primer, I'm still using my Mercier foundation primer. I have this in my Finish 5 by Cinco de Mayo. And then since this is a very kind of lotiony sort of primer, I do like something that's more pore filling. So I pair that primer with the Benefit Porefessional, and this is just a little sample size. And then for foundation, I'm still using my Makeup Forever HD foundation. This is in the shade Pink Porcelain. And then also, I've been finding that I've been liking using the Mercier Tinted Moisturizer. This is in the color Nude, but this is just really great, especially in mornings if I'm really in a hurry and don't have a time to like do my full face of makeup. Or I just don't want to wear a lot of makeup. I've been enjoying using this tinted moisturizer. So I also have this in my makeup bag just as another sort of face option. Then for concealer, I have my two standards. This is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Chantilly. And then if I'm wanting a little more coverage, I have the Makeup Forever Full Cover Extreme Camouflage Cream Concealer. And then for powder, as always, I have my Korres Wild Rose Mineral Setting Powder. This is one of my Project Pan items. So use that to set everything. For highlighter, as always, I have my Benefit Watts Up, which I have in my Project 10 pan. So I just been using this as my highlighter. For blush, still working on my Benefit Benetint. So I like using this as a cheek stain, also as a lip stain. And then for powder blush, I pulled out one of my favorites, most loved blushes. This is Benefit Sugarbomb. And I haven't major pan on it. I'm contemplating putting this in a project pan or some future project pan or some future project, but I really love this blush. So excited to be using that. And then moving on to eyes. For my eyelid primer, I'm still using the Balm Put a Lid on It. I had this in my last weekly makeup bag to try it out, and I have been liking it, so I decided to use it for the next little bit as well. Then my cream eyeshadow, still working on my Maybelline Color Tattoo, and this is in the shade Barely Branded. And I don't know what it is lately, but I've been really doing like quick makeup. I don't think I have a lot of time in the morning, which is my own fault. So I have been skipping out on this a lot of days, but I find lately, before I was applying it with a brush, which is a little, I don't know, like it could be too much sometimes doing it that way. So I've been enjoying applying this just with my finger to get a little lighter, like wash of color. Hopefully I'll be using this more coming up because this is one of my Finish 5 by Cinco de Mayo items. For my eyeshadow, I do have 3 different eyeshadow palettes that I'm playing around with. So with the Sephora VIB sale that's coming up in April, one of the things I really want to get is one of the small Z palette, because it comes with tools to depot eyeshadows. And for these 3 palettes, I find that I only use some of the colors, so I really want to depot these and put them into a Z palette and just make a more useful palette for myself. So I wanted to play around with these and really see which colors that I would want to put in a Z palette and which ones I could declutter. So the first one, this is from Stila, that's just the Glitz and Glam palette. This is also Stila, this is Rockin Rio palette. That's what this one looks like. And then this last one is a Sephora palette. This is the Desert Sunset palette, I believe the name of it is. And that's what this one looks like. And for all these palettes, as I said, there's some shades that I use all the time and then some that I never use. So I really just want to kind of play around with those palettes and try to figure out which colors I'd want to keep and which ones I would want to get rid of once I have my Z palette. For liner, I have 2 options. They're both Urban Decay 24/7 Glide-On pencils, just little small sizes of them, but this one is in Binge. It's just a navy blue. And this one is in Stash, and this is more of a greenish color. More like an olive green color. That's it for eyeliner. And for my brow highlight, I have my Anastasia Brow Duality. This is great as a brow highlight, and I have it on the shimmery side. There's a shimmery side and a matte side. I have the shimmery side on my lower waterline today, so I think that's very pretty. For mascara, I have 2. So this is my Makeup Forever Smoky Extravagant. And I think this isn't going to last me that much longer. So I'm going to use this until it's dead. And then the next one I'm going to use is my little sample of the Benefit Bad Gal. So I just have this on standby because I don't think this is going to last me for the next week and a half. And then for brow gel, I have my NARS Clear Brow Gel. And then lastly for makeup, I have my lip products. So as always, I have my EOS. This is in coconut milk, I believe. So I use that as my lip balm. And then for lip color, I have a few different options that I'm playing around with. The first is this NARS. It's a velvet gloss lip pencil in the color New Lover. And this is a very shiny lip color. You can kind of see that from just looking at the color in the tube. And then I do have a lipstick that I'm trying out. This is a Clinique lipstick in Raspberry Glaze. And I got this from my mom. She buys a lot of Clinique, and this was one of the free bonus time lipsticks. So trying that one out. And then, of course, my Project 10-Pan lip gloss. This is the Lock and Hold lip gloss from Collection 2000 in Beatbox 2. So I thought both of those lip colors would work well with this. So trying out those. And that's it for makeup. And then lastly for perfume, I'm doing my 30-day perfume sample challenge. So I still have perfume samples that I'm using every day. So that's what I will be using until sometime in April, but definitely through the end of March, I'll still be trying out my perfume samples. So that is everything for my makeup bag, and definitely talk to you guys soon. Bye.